Hi crafters, I'm Robbie Susan Chandler from RobbieSusanCardsandCrafts.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Quincy, Florida, right outside Tallahassee, Florida. I'm here to share a project with you, so let's get started. I have a beautiful, quick and easy card to share with you today. Let's take a look at it. This is the card. And this is the sentiment I have inside. And this card is made with a gorgeous paper called Naturally Gilded Specialty Designer Series paper. And it's an online exclusive. It's not in any catalog, and you can only find it online. And the order number is 161639. Now if you notice looking at this pack, there's several designs in here. I'll be making another video later today that will share this design, but this copper design, I've made a card frame X class out of it using the copper and white. Today we're going to be using the what I call the very vanilla and gold, and then the other piece is silver and white with trees. So let's take a look at the pieces and supplies that we'll be using today. First we'll start with our cardstock base, which is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. And on top of that we have this piece that's 4 by 5 1/4. Now this piece I embossed with the fern embossing folder. And when you use the fern embossing folder, you should use our gray plate with that. So I've already embossed this, and I want you to take a look at it. It is gorgeous. I love this embossing folder. So this piece will go on the front of our card base. But before we do that, I have tied a bow with this beautiful gold sheer ribbon, and we're going to attach it to the back. And let me show you the inside before I go on. This is the inside that I stamped, and I used the Meadow stamp set with this. The sentiment and the flower are both in that, and these are gold embossed with gold embossing powder. So let's get our ribbon on this piece. I like to put just a touch of adhesive on the back, and that generally will hold your ribbon in place. Just have to flip the edge around and flip the edge around this side. And so you've got a pretty good tight hold there. And then we'll just put a little adhesive on the back here. Sometimes you have to be careful with our new adhesive and embossed pieces, because the embossing kind of breaks the paper down a little bit, and it will tear your paper if you're not careful. So we're going to put this piece right in the middle. Let me burnish that a little bit. I'm going to put it right here in the middle of our card front. Now the next piece, this is 2 1/2 by 4 inches, and I cut it with the Meadow dies. No, I'm sorry, this was not cut with the Meadow dies. This was cut with the Scallop Contour dies. We'll get to the Meadow dies in a minute. Let's just start with this one. So this piece was cut with the Scallop Contour die, and we're going to put it right in the middle of our card front. Actually, I think with this one I'll put it a little over to the right, not in the middle, because I have this piece I was trying to show you that I cut with the Meadow dies out of gold foil, and I'm going to put it right over here on the side. So that's why I wanted to offset this a little bit, so this will have room over here. So I have one that I've already put some dimensionals on. Now I only put my dimensionals on the part that are going to be hanging off my naturally gilded piece. So we're going to sit this about right there. And then I stamped my sentiment, and I used the Go-To Greetings. And this die is also from Meadow Dies. It's this one right here. And I did my sentiment in gold with gold embossing powder. And we're going to just pop it on right about here. There we go. So I told you it was a quick and easy card. So here's the front for an embossing folder. Naturally gilded cardstock. The Meadow die. Do the inside with gold embossing powder. And we've completed our card. If you haven't, I would like for you to subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it. And until next time, happy crafting.